Hey everyone, before we get started with today's video, if you forgot to use a referral code when you signed up for Uber to get your bonus or guarantee of up to $1,000, then here's how to apply my referral code so you can still get some extra money. Here's the steps. So 1, open the Uber app. Next, click your photo or the 3 lines at the top corner. Click earnings. Click help or question mark. Click account and payment. Then referrals. And this step is really important. Click invited driver, report my missing or incorrect driver referral. And then click send a message. And for the invite code, use G4QA5UE. Friend's name, yours truly, Gregory Wave. GREGORYWAVE, like wave. The phone number is 815-847-0184. And the email is gregwave@yahoo.com. And for the details, you can just say something like, my good friend Gregory referred me to drive for Uber. What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Rideshare Hub. My name is Greg Wave. So today I'm going to do a quick video for you guys on driving for both. I wanted to do this video because I actually have a ton of passengers that ask me about this and how it works. So I feel like in general, there's a lot of people that just might be curious on this. It sounds a lot more intimidating than it actually is. So I'm going to jump right into it. So driving for both, the only time it's ever really a problem, and this doesn't even happen that often, is basically so you've downloaded both apps, you've been approved from both apps, so now you go out and you're going to do your first day of driving with both apps and you turn them both on. Usually what happens like 99% of the time is only one app will go off. So let's say you get an Uber request. So what I would do is I would request the Uber, and then I would turn Lyft off. And then I would do the Uber ride. And once I dropped that person off, I would turn Lyft back on. And for the most part, that's all it looks like. Now, a lot of times, and this is where it can get really, really annoying. So if you're driving in like prime hours, like bar rush or something, a lot of times both apps will go off, and they'll go off like constantly. So that can get really annoying because you'll end up just canceling a ton of rides, and it'll kill your cancellation rate, which Uber and Lyft both try to make it seem like that's a big deal. It's not. I don't think I've ever been declined a ride. I've had times where I had like a 50% acceptance rate or something really low because I was like declining a ton of rides just trying to turn the app off. It didn't affect me getting any rides the rest of the day. So don't worry about canceling rides. That's not a huge deal at all. But what happened was, so I'm trying to remember where I was going with that. Sorry guys. But, so that can be the one annoying thing about doing it. But like I was saying earlier, that's really rare. That really is only going to happen at like 2 a.m., right? When the bars let out. For the most part, you'll be waiting with both apps on. One of them will ring, the other one won't. Now, this is what I started doing. I did this when I was like really driving. So now I'm sure this isn't like the best thing to do, but I feel like this helped me a lot. I feel like it helped me make a lot more money. So let's say I got an Uber request and I was doing the Uber ride. A lot of times when I was like 2 or 3 minutes out from dropping them off, if I was at a stoplight, I would pull Lyft back up and I would turn Lyft back on. And what was awesome was a lot of times I would get a Lyft request before I'd even dropped off the Uber ride. So that was great because here's what happened. I got a ride that was in general the same area that I was already in, so I'm not gonna have to drive far to go get that ride, and I got it before I even dropped off my ride. So now I drop off my ride, I go straight to my next one. Now this is where it got risky, and this is why I'm not gonna say you should or shouldn't do this, but a lot of times what would happen is, so I would be 3 minutes out from dropping off my Uber, I would turn Lyft app on, I would get a Lyft ride, but then it would be like in the opposite direction of where I was dropping off the Uber passenger. So I'm going to keep driving straight because in 0.2 miles, I drop him off at 222 West Red Brick Road or whatever it is. But the Lyft request is, let's say, 0.8 miles that way at 6666 Red Brick Road. So he's watching me on the app and he's like, what the hell is this guy doing? He's driving more this way. And a few times I would get people that would call me and they'd be like, hey, where the hell are you? Where are you going? You're going the wrong way. And so usually I was having a really weird conversation with them being like, oh, I'm so sorry, I was dropping off an Uber passenger, because you can't lie, because if you lie, they know, because their app tells them if you have a passenger or not. The app will tell them if you're dropping someone off. So you can't be like, oh, I'm sorry, I had an Uber ride. I had another ride I was dropping off. You know, they're going to know. But so I would just have these really awkward conversations. And for the most part, no one cared. But I had one time where this guy totally blew up on me on the phone because I did that. And he was like, I know that's against the rules. I'm going to report you as a driver. And I was like, well, I'm actually pretty sure it's not, because you're a 1099. You can really do what you want. But I ended up just canceling that ride because I was like, okay, if you're going to be that weird about it, whatever. But so, like, in that scenario, you know, I lost out because I ended up canceling the ride, and I turned Uber off when I dropped off the passenger because I was going to go pick this guy up for Lyft. But then when I'm driving there and he's being that rude, I was like, I don't want to deal with that. So I canceled it. Now I wasted some time. That's the risk you could run doing that. But for the most part, it's a very effective way of just having rides lined up one after the other. So that's all I will say for that, guys. It's really not that complicated. You just run both apps. I think there's an app out there that actually would run, like, it'll run Uber, Lyft, and like DoorDash and Postmates. And once one rings, it like automatically turns all the other ones off. So you guys could look into that. I never ran more than 2 apps, so I didn't see a reason to look into it, because it's very simple with Uber and Lyft. You know, you just got to be somewhat quick about accepting the ride and then going to the other app and logging it offline. A lot of mistakes I made early on was forgetting to log off the other app, and then in the middle of the ride, I'm still 20 minutes away from dropping off a customer, and then I get a Lyft ride and I have to cancel it. So that's something that could happen. So that's what I got for you guys, though. That's a very effective way to run both apps that can help you guys increase your earnings a little bit. I hope it helps you out, guys. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe. We got more content coming your way. Have a great rest of your day, guys, and go crush it out there.